Hi there, Gemini. Welcome back. All right, let's get into this. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Gemini. What is going on around Gemini's energy? What should Gemini know here, Spirit? Okay, Gemini, let's see what we got here for you. This came out, so I'm going to take it. Okay, so you are in a new cycle. Okay? You're in the new cycle. The old is gone, the new is beginning. That is what I'm hearing here. And in this new cycle, oh, look, we have a flipper. In this new cycle, it does look like you're getting ready to do something, okay? You're getting up. You're getting up and you're moving. You're moving something forward. You're definitely coming out of isolation. Maybe you've been isolating yourself. Maybe you've been in your feelings lately. But you're definitely changing course in something. Something about your job might be changing for one of you in this new cycle. Maybe you lost your employment. Okay? You lost your employment. You're feeling down. You're feeling broke. You're going inside of yourself, wondering, like, what is going on here? Why did this happen? But there is a positive change that is coming around the corner. Okay? So if you did lose your job, things are going to start looking better, okay? Especially with the hangman coming out in reverse. It makes me feel like you're definitely going to be making certain moves, and these moves looks like it's going to throw you into the emperor energy. Yes. But then you also have the Knight of Wands, so it tells me like you're going to have to defend your position. You're going to have to defend this new position that you're being forced into. And I say forced into because something is falling apart. It could be an employment. It could be a resource, something that you have put a lot of effort into. Could even be a relationship, because I do see the Two of Cups in reverse. Maybe a relationship that is falling apart. A lot of times when people are going through financial issues, relationships end up getting affected. Okay? Usually it's romantic relationships, but this could be any relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a relationship with your roommate. Maybe you are roommating with your best friend, right? It'll be affected, right? That's what I mean. So it doesn't have to be romantic relationships. It could be any relationships where the two of you are depending on each other financially, okay? Maybe even with your children, right? Something like that. And if that's the case, if this is something going on with between you and a child, well, things are about to change. Things are going to get better. Okay. So let's go ahead and start digging deeper. And the one thing I want to like really dig into is the Two of Cups in reverse, because I do feel that that stems to these regrets here. Okay. We have the Five of Cups over here and the Two of Cups in reverse over here. Stems to this. So these two are connected. And then we have the Five of Coins in the upright. Okay. Yeah, it's finances. Finances is going to be the biggest factor of why a relationship's going to fall apart. Now, the thing is that if somebody, I'm going to just say it, okay? But if somebody cannot handle being around you when things are falling apart, then that person does not deserve to be around you when things are good. Okay? So, kind of like this is karma's way of getting people out of your life that doesn't deserve to be in your life. I hope that makes sense. People who don't deserve to be in your life. The thing is that we can love people. We could have love for people, but that person may not necessarily be good for you. Okay? So, that's what I'm getting. For somebody here, I am seeing a death in the family. Okay? I am seeing the death specifically of a father figure. This could be something that has happened recently, okay? That would be confirmation for one of you. Or a male figure who is like a father figure, okay? Now, when this relationship falls apart, it's going to be solely just because that person is not getting their way, okay? Maybe this person doesn't want to work for what they have. Maybe they don't want to put in more hours in, work harder. Right now, with everything that is going on in our economy, and I feel like this is like global. This is like all over the world. I feel like everybody's being affected by this. Um, so that's why I'm just. It's not just here in the United States. It's everywhere, right? People are having to work more hours, which puts more stress, especially if you have children, right? But it's putting more stress on relationships everywhere. And if I see this person as not really wanting to put in a lot of effort. Like they don't see the goal at the end of the road. They don't see that. They don't have the vision to be able to see that this is the road that you're on in life, and not everything is going to be perfect. Not everything is going to be roses and great. You know, you have to go through the bad times to get to the good times, and then really cherish the good times. So you know, and that's the way life is, right? The thing is that if this person doesn't understand that, Gemini, you don't need this person in your life, okay? For one of you who has lost a father figure in your life, my condolences, okay? For another one of you, this could be a partner. This could be a romantic partner that passed away, okay? Yeah, now that I'm looking at it, this could be your mate passed away. And if so, then this relationship that is falling apart is somebody else that's around you, right? It's not going to be a romantic partner. It's going to be your relationship with somebody else, okay? And then we have the Ten of Cups. See, that's what I'm talking about. You have to go through bad times, and then you're going to go through the good times. It's just the way life is. And it's all about our own choices, you know? Everything is about our own choices. For one of you, it looks like this person just did not understand or want to understand that, you know, there was a time to tighten up the belt, or, you know, like watch the money, okay? This kind of reminds me of, I don't know if y'all heard about it. This couple got into a horrible fight because somebody ate an extra meal, right? Like they had scheduled out their meals, and I believe she went in the kitchen and ate another meal, and they had made a meal plan, and he ended up hurting her. I don't remember if it was permanent, but I remember he really overreacted because she got an extra plate of something, okay? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because if this person's going to walk away because of these things, it's a blessing in disguise, okay? Because if they are acting this way because of these kind of problems now, it's a blessing in disguise. Let this person go, okay? Whoever this person is. It's not really telling me exactly who this person is. Could be a family friend. It could be anybody, okay? But the thing is, Gemini, a turning point is coming. A turning point is coming, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm seeing a happy home, happy everything. And with that Lover's card, positive changes. And it's also telling me like your perspective on things is going to change as well. What you see, okay? All right, let's see what we got here. We have the King of Hedges in reverse. We have the Ace of Flowers in reverse. And the Four of Flowers also in reverse. Yeah, this person wasn't thinking. I'm telling you right now. I'm seeing somebody who's not thinking things clearly. Somebody who's not seeing the bigger picture. Somebody who's not really focused. So they're becoming reactive. Okay? If this person, I see them as being unwilling to work with you. And actually, to tell you the truth, Gemini, this person was lying about something. And it does look like they were lying about possibly something about a bank. They were lying about funds. Yeah, something about funds. A bank. It could be about a bank. It could even be about stocks or something like that. Okay, this person was lying to you. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all a personal story of mine. When I was married, I was working and paying the bills and taking care of things, and my ex-husband, he lied to me and told me that he was only making like $100 a week. And he told me that, what did he say? I'm trying to remember now. He told me, he gave me some BS that, the money that he makes, that it was going to this and that, and by the time, at the end of the week, he didn't have much money to help me with the bills, right? So, after a month or two, at first you don't feel the squeeze, right? But after a month or two, my groceries, we didn't have any groceries. I was having to pay the rent, the electricity, the water, the phone, what I'm saying? And so I called, he tried to tell me that his boss wasn't giving him any money. Like he wasn't getting paid. And I was like, okay, wait a minute. You're working, you're going to work every day, right? And he's like, yeah. And I was like, and your boss is not paying you. And he was like, no. So I got fed up. So I called his boss and I was like, hey, I got mouths to feed over here and we're hungry. I don't have groceries in the house. After this meal, because I was cooking at the time, and I let his boss know, after this meal, we're not going to have any food until I get paid again. I'm not going to have anything to feed my kids, which is going to be another week. And he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I paid your husband every week. On Friday, he gets paid every Friday. He gets $500 a week. So I don't know what you're talking about and why you are going hungry. I was like, excuse me? And he was like, yeah, I gave him every Friday $500. He told me he was only making $100 a week. Remember, guys, this was a long time ago. And apparently he was working full time. He had me under the impression that he was only working part time and that he was spending the rest of his time looking for work. What a liar, okay? Gemini, I'm telling you this story. I'm sharing my story with you because I see this person as lying with you too. Lying about something about a bank, finances, or something like that. Well, anyways, his boss called him and said, what is wrong with you? Why are you doing this? There's 4 babies over there hungry. Why are you doing that? So he showed up at like an hour later with the box full of groceries. And then he walked out before I said anything. Oh, and this is not even the worst. It's not even the worst. Okay, it gets worse, but we're not going to keep going in that direction. I just wanted to share this part with you. Gemini, somebody's playing this same thing to you, okay? It's something about a bank. It's something about employment. This is something about money. This person is lying, okay? And they don't want to find a solution to something. There's a problem. There's a problem that is surrounding you when it comes to finances, and this person does not care to find a problem. Find a solution, right? It's like my situation. My ex did that to me, you know, which was the first red flag, okay? So he very well could have, or he or she could have like an account that you don't know about. Okay, I'm just going to throw it out there, okay? But that's definitely something that you need to look into because there's something there and there's an issue going on around you. And it has something to do with this person being a big liar, okay? When you find out, oh yeah, you're going to be like me. I went through this too. Talk about feeling betrayed. Yeah, you think you're in a team. You think you're yes. Guys, as I'm reading this, for one of you, this could be a past situation that you've already been through. Okay, this might not be something that's happening now or in the future. Maybe you've already gone through it. Remember that there's no timestamp on these readings. Okay, and everybody's on a different journey. Everybody's in a different chapter in their life. Okay. So, Spirit, tell me more about what is this that Gemini is going to have to defend here. Because I see you as having to defend something here. You're going to have to defend your Three of Cups. What is it that Gemini is going to have to defend? Because I'm seeing you having to defend something here. Stand up for yourself. What is it? Transformation. A change. You changing. Defending your change. With the Three of Cups, it's like a friend. Okay, it's giving me that energy of a friend. Changing. Possibly money. Okay. So you're going to have to change what you reveal about your income. Okay? You're going to have to change what you reveal about your income with this person, whoever this person is to you. And maybe about a friend. I'm getting a friend. Something about a friend here. Okay? Maybe a friend is helping you or something like that. Let me hold the cards. It makes it easier if I hold the cards. Yeah, you're going to have to defend this. You're going to also have to make new connections. New connections. What I'm getting is like have friends that this person doesn't know about. Have connections that this person doesn't know about. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Be aware of the crowd that you hang out with. Okay? You want to hang out with people who are aligned with who you are becoming. Okay? Who you are becoming. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit is saying to make sure that the crowd, not only that, but this crowd, this new crowd, because I feel like you're going to end up being part of a new, like finding new friends, hanging out with new friends. It looks like that crowd is going to be really good for you, Gemini. So, yeah, really good. But also, you still don't want to reveal too much, especially about finances. Okay, but the crowd that you will be in looks like they're going to be really good for you, and it looks like somebody's going to be really upset about it. Okay, so Spirit is saying don't bring your new friends around this person, or don't let these new people around this person. The one that was not in your corner when you needed them the most. Because I'm hearing that this person was not there for you when you needed them the most. Okay? But in this new chapter, for one of you, you're going through this right now. This person is not going to be there for you. Okay? I'm going to tell y'all another story, personal story about my life. My so-called mom, we didn't have no food in the house. This is when I was a little girl. We didn't have no food in the house. And we were like starving. I mean, you have to remember when you're 5 years old and you go all day without food, it's like, like you're dying, right? She was in her room eating. She had food under her bed and she had all kinds of food. After I saw her and after she had left her room, I went in there to look. She had Twinkies under her bed. She had apples, oranges. Me and my brothers, we love oranges. We love bananas, but she wouldn't let us have it. I don't know. Never mind. But I'm not gonna. I don't know where she got this idea from that we shouldn't have apples and bananas, but whatever. Um, but yeah, she had groceries all underneath her bed. Me and my brothers, we were like hungry and we kept complaining. And she kept giving us bread and she would just put some ketchup on it and then give that to us. And then she was going in her room and eating. I was so hurt, I guess the word is. Um, be careful because this person that's around you, Gemini, is going to do something similar to that because it's popping in my head. So I feel like this person's like eating out, and you're like, not having enough. Okay? This is why the tin of flowers is coming out. You By the time this is over, it's like this storm that's surrounding you. Like by the time this is over and you look back, you're going to be like, "Oh, that's right. How is it that that person wasn't coming home to eat?" That's right. They would come home and be like, "Oh no, I'm fine." Or they would just eat a little bit and you just, you might have brushed it off or you will be brushing it off. Like, oh, well, they're trying to conserve food or something like that. It's strange the things that we tell ourselves when we're in denial. We try to make logic out of things that are not logical. Okay? Uh, and I feel like for one of you, the reason why I'm bringing this up, because for one of you, I saw a death of a father figure. Well, this could be like also for one of you, not necessarily like he's going to be 6 feet under, but rather the relationship between you and that person is going to die. Okay? And that person is actually going to be alive, and you're going to realize how karmic that person was. Okay? So, how you're going to feel about the situation, you're going to mourn for that person as if they did pass away. Okay? Um, and I went through the same thing with my mom. After years and years and years of me doing the same thing, making excuses, being in denial, I totally understand where you're coming from. Okay, it's a grief. It's a kind of mourning that a lot of people don't experience because when people think of people mourning, they think of that person being 6 feet under. Well, in this situation, you're going to go through this, Gemini, and it's going to be the hardest thing that you've ever gone through. See if that, because it's different. It's a different kind of mourning. It's a different kind of death. This is the kind of death that it hurts. It's going to shake up your world. Okay, it's going to shake up your world. It's going to be just the worstest betrayal feeling and realizing and accepting. It's going to be a huge process. Okay, but I want you to know when you get out of this energy and you start to heal, and actually I don't see you healing. Oh yes, I do. I do see some healing. Okay. Well, I do see some healing. But I do see you taking charge of things. Like all that energy that you have, or you will be, if this is a future situation, all that energy that you have put into going through this mourning period, mourning for somebody who's still alive, you're going to take all that energy, and I see you throwing it into something very positive. I also see here that that's what's going to lead you to this crowd of people, okay, or a group of friends that's going to actually be really good for you, okay? For another one of you, this could be a mother figure who's doing this to you, okay? Where it's not going to actually be a death, okay? But it's going to feel like a death, and it's going to be I feel like a new you. You're going to love again. You're just going to love very cautiously, okay? Especially with the cards that are coming out here. You know, you're going to love again, yes, but you're going to love very cautiously. You're going to be very cautious with who you give your energy to and who's around you. It's definitely going to be a process. Now, for you who has lost a parent, or it could also be a loved one, you know, an actual loss where that person is no longer with us, I just want to give you my condolences, okay? Because that is coming through as well. So I feel like I'm picking up on several people. To tell you the truth, I feel like I'm picking up on like 5 people at the same time. But each of you going through a different circumstances, okay? That's what I feel. But I want you to know you're definitely going to get through this. You're going to get through it great. Like a tiger, okay? I'm going to go deeper. Spirit, let's go deeper. This is what came out. 8 of Swords in reverse and the 7 of Wands in reverse. I'm getting this overwhelming feeling of peace. By the time this is over with, you're actually going to feel very free. Your mind is going to feel free. You're not going to have that energy, or you're not going to have to use that energy of constantly having to defend yourself, protect yourself, you know, always being on alert. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm talking about you who's going to realize what a person around you has done, okay? The person I'm talking about is the person who is going through that death of a person who's not really gone, okay? Now, for you who is going through the death of the person being gone, we have the Tower coming out for you, which means you are going to rebuild. There might be a shift here, okay? Oops, here it is. We have the Knight of Cups coming out, and we have the Justice card coming out in reverse for you. I do feel like you are going to be content with how things are going to turn out. And I also see here that it might not turn out exactly the way that you're hoping, okay? Something around you is not going to turn out exactly the way that you're hoping. But you will be able to rebuild. It won't be the same as it was before, but you will be able to rebuild. This could be like rebuilding connections, rebuilding relationships with people around you, okay? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Yeah. You're going to be satisfied. It just won't be exactly, okay? I don't know what that exactly means, but apparently it means something to you, okay? It won't be exactly what you're expecting, but you will be satisfied with it. You're going to be pleased with the outcome of something. I'm not sure what that is, okay? Thank you, Gemini, for joining me. Catch me in the next one. I'm sorry for your loss. And, y'all take care, guys. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.